Hi explorers, and welcome back to the channel. The Forsaken Explorer NZ here, and I'm here today at an abandoned mining road, and I'm here with my dog. He's here whining away because he wants to get walking, and we're going to go check it out and see what there is. There's a lot of abandoned mines in here. I've not yet been here, but I've heard tales and stories. They are gassy mines, so we are safety conscious and have a gas detector with us to check them out. And apparently there's some old carts and stuff inside. A lot of them are unstable, so we'll be being very careful with this one, taking our time and also keeping the dog on the lead as much as we can. I did see a sign saying that they've put some baits down, which if I had known that, wouldn't have brought my dog along. But anyway, explorers, I've got the dog pulling me now. The camera footage will become unsteady, so let's get along this mining road here behind me and see what we can find. Cheers explorers, let's get to the video. Right, so basically we're heading up this way for now, and it's just a long winding road which goes for quite a while from what I can tell from any map. So at this stage I'll do the walk in there, and when we get in there a little bit further and find some mines, we'll have a look and see if they're safe to enter. Without getting too far in here, the bush is just beautiful. Lots of kawa trees, which I'm not sure if they're native to New Zealand. Pretty sure they are native to the West Coast actually. So yeah, there are a lot of mines on the West Coast. I won't directly be giving away this location, and I mean it is a public place where people can walk, but because of the danger involved, not everyone is safe, I believe. So some people are more careless than others and will take risks. I wouldn't want to see anybody get hurt, knowing myself with experience now with doing these sorts of things, that you don't want to go in without experience. And I did bring up the history on this on my phone before I got here. Got to screenshot it because there's no reception now, so the page won't open. But I do believe it's the late 1800s or early 1900s that they did mining here. I think it was the 70s or the 80s that they stopped on most of them. But just coming up here expecting that it'll just be a path from an old road, but it doesn't have any fresh tyre tracks on it, but no grass and stuff growing on the gravel road. You just never know what to expect sometimes. See, this was a quarry part here, clearly where they've dug coal straight out of the hill. Wow, you can see the grass growing on the gravel here now. You can see this has not been used in a wee while. So it looks like we've got to either go up here or up there. Right, so now the road's changing to, like I suspected it would be the whole way, an off-road track. Oh, so this is what I thought it would be like all the way up here. I have no idea if I'm going the right way. I did look up the bushes up there and I could see some sort of horizontal logs over the hill that possibly look like the top of like a mine entry, how they brace the openings with log. But I couldn't quite see enough to know whether or not it's just a horizontal log. It didn't look natural in its position, but being that I couldn't see an opening very easily below it, it could have very easily been a caved in mine that potentially wouldn't be safe to enter anyway. Right there, buddy? He's a happy dog. Doesn't get to come out for walks much these days. As do I don't get to go out exploring much these days. Whew. Sometimes life gets busy and you don't get a chance to go out and do the things that you enjoy. So today's a Saturday, Sunday's a day for rest. Usually, lately, I've been working Saturdays, and I thought, well, time for me to do things that I enjoy, which is getting out exploring, making content for you viewers. So here I am. So to see if we find something that is worth looking into. I'm trying out, I've got a new pair. I like wearing skate shoes because they look cool, but obviously they're not practical for sorts of terrains. They don't have grip. So I bought a new pair of skate shoes, and we're going to see how we go about grip today. Holding up good so far, just hoping I have to walk through stuff like in here. If you can see that, that is a very, very deep swamp in there, very deep. It's like probably was an open mine at some point. That's like a man-eating swamp, that one. And we'll be looking out very carefully for things like that. What have you found? The dog's tracking something. What do you got? He's tracking something. You can smell the animal. What have you found? He doesn't harm animals. He just likes to run after them and play. So, not to worry there. No, we're not going that way. He found something that way. We're not going that way. Alright, we'll be back to you again. A while now. Just following one path at a time. I've got a sequence that I use so we don't get lost, which is I always go fork of the left. So, you know, if there's a fork in the road, I go left. And then I know when I turn around to go back, if I want to carry on, to go left. It's just my way of not getting lost. So I could hear that we're getting very close to water. Back in the day, they would run a lot of these coal mines, pushing the coal down the hills with water races, rather than carting it down the hill. This track does seem to be quite well walked by people or animals or bikes. Now, not sure if I want to touch too much on the bike topic because that would directly give away, but if you're a local you know about it, and if you're not, you're not. So I suppose the reference would be you only know about it if you're local. So they did set up some bike tracks in here, like little seesaw ramps and all sorts of stuff, and they've just sort of let it get overgrown and go ruin. So potentially, hopefully not, could get run over by a downhill mountain biker, but we hope not. Right, so I just walked up basically over a massive hill. We're going down the other side. It just seems to be quite stunning, beautiful here. It's got an eerie feeling about it because it's just got so quiet. There's not a sound. I don't know what's in there. No idea, but there is this grass area here. Could be a turnaround bay, I don't know. Definitely looks swampy. Could be a mine back here. Well, it could be. At the moment, we'll carry on till we can see one without having to go too far off the path. I'm so actually deep in the bush now, I can't hear any sounds. You have to be quite a fair way away from the ocean to not hear its roar, which I cannot hear. So as I said, I will give away enough information that you know on the West Coast, but where exactly I will not. Which the West Coast is about 1,500 kilometres long or something ridiculous like that. So it doesn't really tell you much at all. But, yeah, It's got a peaceful, in the middle of nowhere sense about it, but at the same time it's very eerie. Right, I've just come across the first mine opening here. It's partially blocked. Don't go in there yet, dog. Hang on, I've got to check it out first. You hop down. Don't pull me. Might be... Let's just get the lights on. What is in there? Bit of a dark, dingy hole. Weird, I can hear noises in there. How eerie. Okay, well, we'll have a quick look, but being very cautious. And if I smell gas, I've got my gas detector in my pocket and we'll turn it on. Wow. It does not look stable in here at all. Well, no pins holding the roof up. Very damp and dark mine, this one. Right, now that the dog's in here, come here, boy. You gotta go back on your lead. Couldn't climb in here with had on this lead. So that's unstable, can't have him running ahead. Right. We will not be going in this one very far. I can see just how unstable this is. Wow. Very, very dangerous. Okay. Smells mainly damp. I can get this gas detector turned on before we go any further. Just reading, doing a baseline read. Oh, look at all the coal. Still plenty of coal in here. Test okay, it says. Zero gas level. Now, it does say calibrate due today, but we will ignore that. And that is because it's set by date and I haven't used it since it was last serviced. So they set a date when they service it for you. It will still work. So we can turn that notification off. If you've serviced it and you haven't used it, then it should work fine. Come on, dog. Okay, just for a little look. Wow. Look at the coal bins. Wow, it goes up and out. So that's an old tram line here. Wow, that one goes down. There's a cart, an old cart. Wow. Wait, dog, wait. Wow, that is pretty cool. Okay, the cave in there. It goes down. There's another old cart there. So they could clearly come down here. These timbers is definitely all collapsed. So we've only come in a few feet. Probably 4 meters. With the gas detector. Now it's time to leave. So we'll head out of here. I don't believe it's that safe. Hang on, dog, don't pull. Right, so that was the first one. Now I've got a new camera set up now with some smaller lights, which is easier to carry. Until I review this footage, I'm going to know whether or not it's as good as my massive heavy light, which is just too hard for these sort of explorers where you're climbing and stepping and balancing and holding a big light. It's a bit unbalancing, so I've got a new setup that you can still have to hold something, but it's much easier. With the new setup I have the ability to still have a light while wearing a head strap if I so choose to wear a head strap, which is good. All right. Wow. So there's an old bridge up there. It's just a pity that we can't zoom. You can on a GoPro. Way up there. There is, that would be the incline, because I can see an old bridge structure there. And behind that rock there, where we just came, where it had the incline, it would have come out here as a junction, because it was just in there. That's pretty cool. So, like I say, they haven't done mining here. I'm pretty sure it was, most of the mines are all shut by the 70s. Some of them shut in the 40s and 50s. There's many different mines that they've done through here in the hillside, and they're basically just letting the nature claim it back. And yeah, first one is quite a dilapidated state. But, yeah, I've taken a lot of risk with this channel, and I've learned a boundary line to limits, and I just feel for the $20 odd I get from the ads and, you know, on YouTube that I get paid for, I don't quite think it's worth putting a, what's the value of someone's life worth? That's the way I look at it. And, the difference is when you're alone or not. If I was with somebody else, they can call for help or something like that, then it's safe. But when you're on your own, you've got to question whether or not the risk is worth it. In this case, I have seen a lot of photos of that mine, a lot of people doing stuff on that mine, and local photographers and local YouTubers, and the comments that I see when they post saying about how unstable that is makes you question your better judgment. Also, I like to go in with gas detectors. A lot of the locals don't use gas detectors, and oh crap, I just lost my leg. There's a bit of quicksand. A lot of the locals don't use gas detectors, and they'll tell you, oh, it's gassed out, or there's gas in there, or there's this, and you've got to look out for this or that, and they'll tell you that there's danger. Oh, I'm on again, come on. But I just, proof is in the gas detector, in my opinion. Oh, this dog is barking like crazy. You can smell animals. Oh, you pull. Jeez. Almost change you to a pool terrier. So, yeah, I won't go off the information that I'm told when people say gas levels if they're not using a gas detector, because they have funny smells. Smells of rotten timbers, smells of mustiness, many smells. Gas is usually not detectable by a human to smell it, which is why when your natural gas that you put into your home, they actually put onion skins in with the smell, and our local gas provider told us that when you connected the gas up, because humans can't smell gas. So with that in mind, I take a gas detector to know for sure. So that's my take on it. Ooh, weird, eerily cold here. Right, what are we coming across now? Some tanks here. Weird, we've got like a bit of a lawn going in. It's so damp and wet. There's an underground tank, there's tanks and stuff here. Street, oh my goodness. And a collapsed incline up there. Wow. Full on collapsed incline. Wow, okay. Oh wow. Okay. You can see all the railway sleepers in it. This is a full on. You can see actually see structures from the bridge. Stop pulling, dog. Wow. There's definitely a viaduct here of some sort, which means there's definitely a mine up there. But it is, at this time of year with how wet and slippery it is, it's really not doable to get up there. Wow. Lots of tanks that they're collecting all this water. Wow, that's pretty cool. Apart from these tanks, we are at the end of the line now. It's weird. Good that they, you know, collecting water. It's actually quite good, I think. Yeah, we'll go back this way. It's getting a bit swampy. Try not to get my feet so wet today. It is winter. We were 2 degrees this morning. So very icy indeed. Oh, I've got to spin because the dog pulled in the wrong way. So I might have a bit of unsteady videoing today. I wasn't planning on videoing with the dog on the lead. The dog likes to pull. So anyway, this is the fur. Oh, what the hell is that? There's like some steps here. It goes up somewhere. Do we investigate further? I kind of think I'm not going to get grip up there. I'm going to just, basically being this is my first time here, I'm going to have a good look around and find things to explore for another day, which is I quite often do, because you're not going to want to go back once you've seen everything. Gives you more motivation to come back and find more stuff. So I'm going to save those skis for another day. Being that I'm not knowing what to expect here, if I had of known what to expect, I would have for sure worn my Explore shoes and not skate shoes. But I wanted to sort of test them out, see how they do. I can feel that I've got wet feet, so they don't keep water out. That's for sure. Nice creek down there. Danger tape there. That generally means that there's a mine somewhere nearby. But, well, there's a creek down there. Lots of areas that they've dug out the ground in the mining of the coal. Yeah. So anyway, we'll exit this long path. This was a good half an hour walk from the fork in the road. See you at the other fork in the road where we came down here. Right, on the way back I've noticed this is 100% an old pathway or incline here. You can see it's all overgrown, it goes up, that goes somewhere, that 100% goes somewhere. Well, like I said, quite a fair way into this long pathway, so at this stage I don't want to take any side paths. I'll be basically exploring the long passages first, and then oh yuck, that's where I lost my foot before. And yeah, I'll be exploring these long passage roads first, and then all these side ones later, because I don't want to get to a whole bunch of dead ends and end up exhausted and not seeing anything cool. I would like to think that the cool stuff will be on the main pathways. Oh, what have you found? Come on, get out of there. Come on. So this is definitely an old roadway up here. Definitely a clearing that goes up there through thick gorse. So that's going to be another place to look at another time. Well, I seen just ahead of me an old incline down the hill. I think it was the one we looked at before. Straight up there. I could see tracks coming down the hill. It was very cool. It was a huge site this back in the day. Mainly overtaken by bush, so to get to a lot of the stuff is just not doable anymore. Because you'll just get completely sliced to pieces by gorse, and well, that is one hell of a drop from the old incline. Wow, don't go down there, boy. No, get away from the edge. Lucky I've got him on a lead. Ah, so I see an old bridge structure right in here. Let's just pop in here and have a bit of a look-see. What have we got? Ah, that's the top there of that incline. Hang on, don't pull, dog. He likes pulling. Yeah, that one's not definitely not safe to go into. Let's see what we can find here. Ah, look at the size of that beam structure though. Wow, this has completely collapsed from there onwards and flooded. Completely collapsed. Wow, look at the size of that timber. Wow, it's just snapped. What are you doing? Wow, what have we got up here? There's some timbers and stuff here. Wow, that's that bridge up there. Oh, this is pretty cool. Definitely the ruins of an old incline. That's cool. I'll tell you what, I'll definitely be editing a lot out of this video. Because so far, I've done a whole bunch of talking and not a whole bunch of exploring. And this dog has just been a real problem. If I had known that they had done baiting here, these shoes do not have grip. What's worse is a dog that pulls you and jerks. Alright, be back. So clearly from what I can see so far, most of the mines would have been up the hills, because there is just a lot of inclines I can see. And I definitely want to go up there. I'll definitely be coming back here in the summertime. But at the moment, even with my good shoes, it's so wet around here and slippery and muddy, I don't even think that I would probably be able to get up there very easily, even with my four-wheel drive companion on a leash to pull me up. So still got a bit of a hike to get back from this fork in the road we've gone down, but from what I can see I've definitely come down the right path, because I've already seen a few of the mines that photographers have done photography at, I should say. So I'm definitely going the right way, and or have been. So I'll be interested to see what's up the next path, but it's steeper than this one and goes up even higher, way up into the hills. So yes, it's going to be fun. But see when we get there, because like I say, I'm going to have to edit a lot of this video because I've done a whole bunch of talking. Which seems funny when you're out here in the middle of the bush. No one knew I was talking to the camera. I'd be talking to myself. Cheers. Right, I've reached that fork in the road. We went down this way and way up over the hill. It's a long walk. And it's going to have to be a quick look up here, because in the winter when it gets dark and you're in here, you're lost. Don't pull dog. So we're going for a quick look up here. I'll film more if we find something. Right, so a good 20 minutes to half an hour on. This next path in the fork in the road is still going. And there has been down trees and stuff we've had to climb under and over. There's been like massive mud pools we've had to jump over as well. It still looks like a walked pathway, not 100% overgrown. No idea where it's going. No idea how much further I'll go if I don't find anything. Don't want to be walking this in the dark. Right, it's been a lot of this water to walk through, which doesn't worry me. But this just goes on and on and on and on. I've been walking for it the longest time now, and don't want to not make it back before dark. There's no reception here. Looks like I can clearly get my exploring motorbike down here, so might have to come back. Not knowing what we're to expect here, just more or less come for a look. I've not been here to scope it out before, so I'm going to start heading back. I know I can bring the motorbike now. I know I can't bring the dog because he is absolutely annoying for filming, because he just absolutely tows you along. Not only that, I'm getting very low on battery life too. Seems my new camera system has a special wind mic to stop the wind sounds, but it seems, being that plugs into the camera, it seems to be quite draining. So I've not run my percentage of camera down this quickly before. So we will be coming back here. Like my other abandoned mining videos, I went and had a look first. And then we went further and further with the bike. I think we went back there 2 or 3 times and found some cool stuff, and yet there's still more to explore there. Right, so just under an hour on. Sun's quite high in the sky. You might see it there behind me, it's coming down. We're back at this really large quarry site here. It's pretty cool. It's right there sort of behind me, and I'll just sort of lower this camera back down so we can carry on walking. Bear with me. Right, tilt it back up. So this quarry does go way up this hill here. Probably not out of the question to go straight up there. I'm quite confident that with the dog being off the lead here, because I've already been in this area and I've seen there's no bait stations, and difficulty of cameraing as well. And so he's not even chasing those, whatever birds they are. I can't quite see what they are, some sort of duck. Come here, wait. See, he comes straight away, he's good. He's been well trained. We might just go for a quick nosy on up this hill here before we head out of here. But yeah, a lot of the time when I do videos at these places, I'll check them out first before I do the video. Sometimes I'll video the checking it out, which is what I'm doing today, so I can be prepared. Come here, wait. Don't go down there. Yeah, good boy. He wanted to go down there, he didn't know where we're going, you see. He's good. And go for a quick look-see up here. The battery's not doing too bad. Down to 30%, but we're sort of winding down on the video now, so it's okay. Pardon me. Oh, I can't wait to have a drink. So I tend to pack really light. On this night it's going to be a full day of it. This is just going to be a quick checkout mission. So I have usually a large feed before I go. So vegans, block your ears. Have a large protein feed of steak and eggs, and a large drink as well of Gatorade, which is quite refreshing and keeps you hydrated for a long time. I've downsized with my camera pack now, or my backpack. Only fits camera gear now. Look at that view. Wow. Let's just take a moment to look. You can see, I can anyway, up on all the hills, all the rocks sticking out everywhere where they've done mining. They've mined all through here in the day, and the pathways that come up this road go through here for miles. You can see them in the on maps, but being that most of it's covered in with bush, a lot of it you can't see. It's a bit like a steep hill. We're nearly at the top. Wow. Oh. There's nothing up here, but there has been at one time, because all these trees are new growth and old logs and whatnot from the old growth. You having fun, mate? He's having fun. You get in trouble when you go home with a dirty jacket, mate. Covered in mud. What a view. Wow. I can see the moon. It's come up already. Up there if you can see it. Wow. The sun's high in the sky, ready to go down. Don't think that goes any further. No, so we'll head down towards the car. As I said, if it's still there, if it hasn't been pinched. And I did check out the horizontal log. It was in fact just a horizontal log. If you don't recall, earlier in the video I mentioned possibly over a hill there might have been a mine entry. Mine entries usually have the horizontal logs supporting the opening. So I walked up and over the hill to have a look, and it was just a horizontal log. Definitely placed there by man. Position of it, I could tell it was. And that was straight over in that direction there. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but there's a pile of debris with some horizontal logs. Just a minute. Here, wait, come on! Anyway, I'll be back with you in a moment. Oh, the dog's way down there. Better go run after him. Oh, look at him run! He does come when you call him, most of the time. Look at him run. Oh, you're a bit tuckered out now. Got that big long tongue out, have you? Ah, this has a lot of cool rocks. I just found these really cool, colourful looking rocks here. Really cool looking. A lot of it in the ground here. So many cool coloured ones and stuff like that. Lots of colourful ones. Look at this one. Wow. So many cool, colourful looking rocks. Might have to take these ones home as a little treasure. Meaning that they're just rocks. It's not like I'm taking gold or coal. It's just a rock. But, ooh, I've got some red colours in it. Wow. Oh, this one too. That's weird. Oh, look at this one. It's got a fern growing out of it. Alright, I'm coming. He's getting impatient. Alright, get going. What are these big birds? And I'm not talking about Sesame Street when I say big bird. They're certainly alerting everyone that we are here. What, they're like paradise ducks or something. Wow. I think they're all alerting that there's a dog. Probably been chased by dogs. He's not even interested. He's just like, walkie time. Hey duckies! Interesting. And just on the side of the pathway here, there's an old line here, and there's a dog just about mows me down the way, down the hill. What have we got here? An old collapsed mine. Wow. Oh wow, cool. Okay, lights on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Got 6 levels of lighting now, but they're not as bright. Oh wow. Very collapsed in here, but quite natural. Wow. Oh wow. This is more of a cave. Why did one light just turn off? That was weird. I'm sure I charged it up. Oh wow, well this is cool. More of a cave than a mine, this one. Wow, very cool. Very, very cool. Although, surprisingly not safe looking. Wow. And completely no grip at all. It's too wet this time of year. I think this needs further investigation. For sure. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here. Got to keep him nearby. Come on, boy. Oh. Alright, anyway. Well, explorers, that's pretty much the end of the video now. And it's pretty cool, so glad you guys came along. As I said multiple times in the video, I'm just coming to check it out, see if it's worthwhile coming back. being that I haven't bought much content lately, I figured that I would film me checking it out just to see whether or not it's worthwhile coming back. That way you guys can, you know, comment down below about whether or not you reckon I should come back here. So anyway, if you did like this video, please do remember to like and subscribe to the channel, The Forsaken Explorer NZ. And please do remember to push the bell notification button and to comment down below. And we will catch you on the next Explore soon. That's all for today, ladies and gentlemen. The Forsaken Explorer is over and out.
You got this shit knocking.